A bank was attacked, a government building was vandalized, and rioting broke out next to Napoleon Bonaparte's tomb as 84,000 anti-government yellow vests demonstrated all over France for the 10th weekend in a row. Protesters threw firecrackers, bottles, and stones at police who used tear gas, water cannon, flashball guns and baton charges to push them back at Les Invalides, where the body of the former French emperor and military leader lies in a sarcophagus underneath a golden dome. According to official figures, the biggest demonstration on Saturday occurred in the southern city of Toulouse, where around 10,000 people took part. The demonstration turned violent as evening fell, as protesters vandalized a bank and other shops. 8 people were injured, and there were 23 arrests. There were also disturbances in Bordeaux, Lyon, and Marseille, while the local government building was attacked in Angers, northwest of Paris. In Paris, some demonstrators carried mock coffins symbolizing the 10 people who'd have died during the protests, mainly due to accidents when demonstrators blocked roads. Macron has launched a series of national debates to help quell public discontent and restore his standing. However, Angers Member of Parliament Mathieu Orphelin, a member of Macron's ruling La République En Marche party, said he would cancel talks with members of the Yellow Vest movement in light of the trouble in Angers. "It fills me with fury to see our beautiful town attacked in this way, in particular the damage caused to symbols of the Republic," Orphelin said in a statement. "There are hundreds of CRS riot police and gendarmes engaged, and they are being attacked," said an officer at the scene at Les Invalides. "Thousands of demonstrators are in the area, and some are becoming very violent indeed. Everything is being done to protect Les Invalides." In previous weeks, national monuments including the Arc de Triomphe itself have been vandalized during disturbances caused by the Yellow Vests, who are named after the high-visibility motoring jackets they wear. Share this article. Share. Macron resign, the crowd chanted as they called for President Emmanuel Macron to resign, throwing bottles and any other missiles they could find. Within minutes, huge white clouds of tear gas were smothering the area, covering rioters as well as tourists. Large parts of the Champs had been blocked off using armored cars and water cannons, but the Yellow Vests still appeared in large numbers. The Arc de Triomphe was severely vandalized and had graffiti sprayed all over it on December 1, causing a national outcry. Mr. Macron has since pledged that any attempt to damage it will be treated with the most severe action possible. There were similar demonstrations in other French cities and towns today, as more than 50,000 police and gendarmes were mobilized nationwide. The Vests have been protesting since November 17, and, despite a range of concessions by President Macron including scrapping green taxes of diesel and petrol, continue to call for him to step down. Protesters have been joined by extremists from the far right and the ultra-left, as well as anarchists intent on causing as much damage as possible. Crisis-ridden Mr. Macron has not only climbed down on imposing green surcharges but increased the national minimum wage by 7% and scrapped tax on bonuses. But the Yellow Vests said their protests would continue indefinitely as they campaign for even more concessions. The independent Mr. Macron, leader of the Republic on the Move party, won the French presidential election in a landslide in 2017, but he is now dubbed the president of the rich, with polls showing his popularity rating down to just 18%.